New York is one of the biggest crypto hubs in the world, with as recently as last year holding number 12 spot in CoinDesk's Crypto Hubs 2023 as a place crypto companies must be. And now, it's no joke, and it's obviously very clear to people who are in New York that this is essentially where everyone's going. If you're working on crypto, Dubai, San Francisco, all these other different places where startups exist, a lot of those people are moving to New York because they know that's where the mindshare is. However, despite people flocking from all over the world to work here in the crypto industry, regulations have remained the highest they've ever been, with as recently as last year even more regulation coming to New York State, thanks to I think it's the Attorney General, as well as multiple other people kind of within New York's government kind of office, trying to push policies that in all reality don't really tend to help the broader crypto growth. That being said, things are changing. With the recent victory of Donald Trump to be the next president of the US starting in January 2025, a lot is going to happen. Now, not getting to any of the politics here, of course, I do just want to talk about what's been said, what may happen, and just an idea of maybe how it might affect you and me since I live in New York. Number one is that there are a ton of different policies that Trump is pushing right now that happen to be very crypto. I would say, if not crypto neutral, if not crypto positive, then more likely crypto neutral. To date, the United States hasn't been that favorable to crypto or crypto companies in general, but it does look like there are a lot of people in his cabinet, a lot of people that are or surrounding themselves, a lot of people that he's surrounding himself with that happen to be pushing this kind of countrywide kind of positive cryptocurrency, kind of a agenda, you could say, I guess. Elon Musk being one of the biggest ones with Doge, the Department of Governmental Efficiency. He is actually going to be joining and actually creating this different agency that is essentially going to, in all reality, most likely cut staff in the government and actually make it more efficient for people to run. Now, if it will actually do that, no one really knows. That's just what they're saying. But the first announcement that they recently made is that they'll actually be investigating the IRS, which, of course, is notorious for coming after people who are either maybe neglecting to pay their taxes or just completely avoiding it altogether. Now, obviously, I'm not in favor of anyone doing that. But that being said, it is definitely good to see, if not that, Gary Gensler actually looking to resign as of next year. He's actually leaving the SEC. Currently he's actually the chairman of it, and has also led a ton of different, let me just say, charges against different crypto companies operating within the United States. Some of which, in my opinion, actually haven't done anything wrong. Some of them have just kind of gone against what the SEC deems is okay. By the way, all while a ton of different kind of scams and Ponzi schemes and other things that do happen to contain crypto in them go essentially scot-free. And I think a lot of us would probably agree that one of the biggest issues right now with crypto regulation in the United States is that it seems very reactive. So people still get burned, and after the fact, the government will kind of follow up and then try to kind of come after them. But B, they sometimes just seem to go after not even necessarily the wrong people, just not the right people, right? There have been, if you're in crypto at all, I've been in crypto since 2017. There have been a ton of bad actors, a ton of different ways that people have gotten scammed. A lot of very obvious ones that the SEC or the broader government doesn't seem to touch or care about. So it's very interesting to see, the kind of stance that regulators have taken thus far, and it doesn't seem like they've really shifted it at all. Again, up until, of course, the recent president-elect Donald Trump took office, it looks like there may be a change in how things are done. To be honest with you, I think things can only get better from here, whether he keeps all of his promises or not. That's obviously, we'll see if that actually happens. But I think it's really important that the government is, if not crypto positive, crypto neutral, so we can have growth in the industry happen here in the United States. Because I think we'd all want that, frankly, right? And if not that, if none of these policies and different things that are being pushed right now, let's just say none of that stuff happens. Just the fact that earlier this year, both Bitcoin and Ethereum both had their ETFs passed. So now you can essentially invest into Bitcoin and Ethereum through traditional investment companies, whether it's through your job or through your own kind of personal 401ks and whatnot. That's a very big sign. So generally speaking, crypto is in a much different space than it used to be 3-4 years ago. And one of the terms we used to say was the institutions are coming. That was like one of the classic terminologies or phrases that we used to say here in crypto, and they're here already. Like they've been here for a while. The question is how many more of them will come, and how more and how much more invested will they be, both financially but also from like an infrastructure level, in crypto. Now, speaking specifically to New York State. I haven't seen much in particular that New York State has done to actually help crypto growth. Like I said, as of last year, I think they actually even got a little bit more strict on how companies operate within the crypto space. And frankly, I do think that the bit license that was proposed a long time ago now, that stifled a ton of innovation, I think, happening here in New York, unfortunately. But what I think is this, right? I think the future of New York crypto, I should say, in New York in particular, can be very, very positive. So right now, if you don't know, you can't buy a ton of different tokens in crypto in New York right now. Frankly, you're pretty much limited by what Coinbase, Gemini, I can't even use Binance actually. Coinbase and Gemini can offer you for the most part. Those are the two exchanges that I personally use, right? And their listings are actually very, very limited. And even on that, if you want to withdraw to different blockchains, that's also extremely limited. So, in my opinion, with the new administration coming in, ideally what we'll see is tons more exchanges supporting New York in particular, because there are a ton of exchanges out there that do support the US. I think Kraken actually is one of them, but they're not supported here in New York. And it's really important that we get more competition coming and happening within the state of New York. So, we have listings happening much more quicker than they currently are on these one or two different exchanges, right? So that's one. I think we'll definitely get a ton more exchange support for Lucky. And of course, with that will come more token support and more blockchain support, right? We're living in a multi-chain future. There's more L2s and L1s than there ever been before. So, having more chain support is vital to onboarding more and more people, and obviously having them take part in this crypto revolution that we call it. And of course, the other thing that's really, really big that I think a lot of you might be looking forward to is potentially having tax-free gains within the crypto space. Now, this is something that I think was also proposed. I don't know if it was proposed by Trump in particular, or if it was someone else in the cabinet, but this is very, very big. Now, personally, I'll be honest with you. Personally speaking, I don't think crypto should be tax-free. There's probably a lot of other things that should be tax-free first before crypto. I would support a much smaller tax on crypto, of course, but there should definitely be taxes on crypto for sure. Like to a certain extent. I think part of that comes from probably having a lot of I think it's technically the IRS's attention focusing on crypto, blockchain, and kind of going after everyone that hasn't reported their taxes. Because to be honest with you, there's probably a lot of people. I don't know if they'd ever be able to even catch up, frankly, to the amount of people that haven't done that. And obviously, not even counting the fact that almost everyone's pretty much anonymous on a blockchain. So I think those two things, having more exchange support, having more token support, having more chain support, and of course potentially having tax-free gains within the entire United States, that will be incredible. Obviously, that tax-free gain would apply to New York residents as well. I would assume, at least. So it's definitely something I'm looking forward to. But that being said, I'm not planning on moving out of New York anytime soon. I thought about it for a second. I was like, you know what? When this bull market happens, should I move out? Should I pack my things away, move to Connecticut or something like that, so I can actually, get on one of these exchanges and buy something that I actually want to buy? That probably doesn't make any sense. But I'm glad that I stuck it out. Maybe if you're in New York, maybe you stuck it out too. And it looks like things are becoming much, much better. I will say on top of that if nothing else, I think proof of my first point there of having exchanges listing more coins, Coinbase, I think literally as soon as Trump got elected, they had a slew of different coins that they started to list, like on their main exchange for New York residents. So, I think that definitely, if nothing else, the signal of the direction that we're currently going is definitely 100% much better than we were in the past. I think, to be honest, a couple months ago, we were definitely going in the opposite direction. Now we're going in the positive direction. So let's see, guys. 2025, I think, is going to be huge for the industry, both from capital flowing into the market, but also just people being very excited, building new things, and actually making crypto something that benefits everyone, and not just people that are degenning and gambling their lives away on a phone. But what do you guys think? Will crypto policy become more favorable, or is it all just smoke and mirrors to get people excited for the upcoming year? Let me know in the comments below. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.